If you have not watched Star Wars: The Bad Batch, well, spoilers. So this will be a spoiler warning. Which is my favorite Star Wars movie? Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith. I actually did a full-length YouTube video talking about this. And I suggest you go and watch it because it was great. Michael, what's up, man? I see you. Come on and pop in, dude. I will pop you in and come on and hang out with us. Good to see you. Yeah, I love Revenge of the Sith, man. But I did a full-length video on YouTube, like going into why, like that's one of my favorite films. So, let me let my boy Xanatos in. Xanatos, what's good, man?
Hey, what's going on?
Man, we are here another day, another Friday, another episode of Bad Batch. Let me go ahead and let Michael in as well. Michael, what's up, man?
How's it going?
Very good. Welcome back.
It's
We got a few more people. Yeah, man. We got a few more people coming in to join us. We are live again, guys, on YouTube and TikTok. What are you going to do? So today, on Fridays, we always talk about Star Wars: The Bad Batch. So a group of me and my friends, we watch and then we recap. We come together and we geek out. We watch and we talk about it. So if you haven't seen it, spoiler warning. So yeah. Guys, what's up? How you guys doing? Xanatos, what you been up to, man?
I've been up for a couple hours. I woke up to a text. Hey, Vader's out in the street. It's my dog.
I was like, wait, what? He just hears heavy breathing out in the street, like, oh my god.
Yeah, I usually he wakes me up in the morning. I let him outside to go to the bathroom, and I go back to sleep. And it's a fenced-in area. But lately, he's been finding holes to dig through. He just goes out in the other yard and like wanders the street. So I have to go run and get him.
I love the fact that your dog's name is Vader. Can we all just appreciate that for a moment? Erica, I see you, girl. What's up? It's been a minute. I haven't seen you in like I didn't see you yesterday. I think you were in the streams beforehand. But good to see you back. And Michael, what about you, man? What have you been up to? I know we hung out yesterday, literally the whole stream. I know this is a Star Wars channel, but the Tuesdays and Thursdays, I do a thing called Rando with Mando. And literally all day yesterday, we talked about dinosaurs and Jurassic Park. It was the best thing ever. So we hung out yesterday. What have you been up to since then, man?
Just trying to get my head together, trying to get everything planned and figured out for upcoming days and events, stuff like that. Trying to make sure that, especially with the Echo armor I'm planning on making sure that all of that is situated, making sure I'm planning everything out. The hardest part is going to be doing his right hand, but I think I've got an idea for that, though. I think I can figure it out.
For sure, man. I can't wait to see it. That's so cool. You and now Nico has a Wrecker cosplay, and or at least the helmet. I don't know if he has the rest of the suit to go with it, but he's got a badass helmet. I seen that in one of his videos, or it was his live stream. I can't remember which one it was. And then there's my boy Darth Solo. Darth Solo does the tech stuff.
I saw that one.
Yeah. So there's a few Bad Batch cosplayers. Okay, I'm going to watch later today. Nice. Yeah, make sure you watch it. It's definitely worth the watch. Because that's literally all we're going to be talking about in this stream today. Other than that, yeah, for me, man, it's been like nonstop. Like, I mean, you guys know I always give life updates, so we're just like constantly cleaning, constantly packing, constantly working, and getting everything together for the move. It's bananas, man. But we're also excited. Not only that, we're also like, thinking about like every room and how we want to decorate it, and mainly me and my office and all the geeky shit that I have. So I'm like, I already know, like, oh man, the setup, you guys, is about to be boss. It's about to be very mature and just clean. I can't wait to show you guys. So, and I plan on doing like a vlog for that. I think that would be fun to kind of show the process. It's not a vlog, like live streaming as I go and put stuff together. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But it'll be fun. Yo, what's up? Hello. We got more folks from TikTok popping in. What's up, guys? We're talking about Star Wars: The Bad Batch. Should I watch it now? I think you should watch it now. Unless you don't mind having spoilers. But if you want to watch it, I would definitely go and watch it and then come back and join us. We'll be on for about an hour. Hour, 30 minutes, something like that. And we got my boy Chris. He'll be coming in. Nico should be coming in soon. I had like a list typed out for questions, but I remember them. I remember them nonetheless, so it's fine. So nonetheless, I guess we can go ahead and get started, and we'll re-round the questions as everyone else comes in. So Xanatos, we'll start with you, man. Number one, I think my first question was more so about Sid. So obviously we're going to get into other things about the episode, but I wanted to talk about Sid, and mainly like, what do you think Sid's fate will be at the end of Bad Batch? Because the vibes I get from her is like, obviously, you know, there's some loyalty that she has, you know, with Clone Force 99. But at the same time, I could easily see like the wrong person coming into town, taking out Sid. It almost, you know, you almost wondered that in this episode. But ultimately, what do you think Sid's fate is going to be in the Bad Batch story?
I think she lives through it. But like with anything Dave Filoni, you never know who's going to survive anyway.
Yep.
So I mean, she could go either way. She could get like a blaster hole in her at the very end. That could be part of a cliffhanger, or she could like live through and maybe help them more in like a like good Samaritan, like very out of character for her, but she's like, you know, I don't make a habit of some sort of one-liner she'll say about she actually, this was brought up in the Bad Batch support group live stream that I go on to on TikTok after every show. That it's pretty much confirmed she doesn't know any of their real names. She just has nicknames for them. I've never heard her say their real name.
Yeah,
like she doesn't really care. They're just interesting. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I could definitely. Yeah, it's kind of a two-way street with her character, where it's like you could see her, you know, still surviving it all in some capacity, kind of just being the underground character that she is, or you know, she goes out, you know, in some way of sacrificing herself. You just never know. You never know. So interesting. What about you, Michael? What do you think, man? What is Sid's fate at the end of the Bad Batch?
Okay, for me, I personally think that she will get killed. I really solely believe that she will, only because of the fact that by how closely tied she is to Clone Force 99, that either Cad Bane will do it, or maybe even Fennec Shand will do it. Yeah. Because I'm feeling like they're going to eventually track her down, or maybe even Crosshair will do it. Either way, I feel like somebody's going to track them down to where they've been, and they're going to kill them because they have the information after they get as much information as they can out of Sid. Or if Sid doesn't talk, still get a blaster hole. Yeah. I do firmly believe it's going to be Fennec Shand, Cad Bane, or Crosshair. My leaning is toward Crosshair or Cad Bane.
Interesting.
I feel like Fennec Shand is a possibility, but the less likely of the three. But I'm really, really thinking it could be Crosshair, because it would make sense, because he knows what they think, he knows what they'll do. Yeah, so it would make sense. But Cad Bane's also an excellent tracker, so.
Yeah, and I don't think we're done with the bounty hunters. Like I feel like we're definitely going to get more. Yeah, we're definitely going to get more of them. Someone asked, "Am I on your bounty list?" Sure. Why not? Yeah, I'm not losing my likes, man. No, I wish there was a way I could like share the screen with you guys on TikTok. You know, where you can like, because on YouTube it's really fun. I can share. Like right now, I'm streaming on YouTube. I'm streaming on Facebook, and I wish I could add Instagram and TikTok into that whole one stream. That would be so cool. So maybe one day that'd be really fun, so you guys can see what we're all talking about. But I try to be as present in both as I can. So anyway, again, TikTok people, if you have questions too, feel free to post them. And don't worry, I'm attentive. I will answer your questions. This is the way. So great, guys. Next question, and don't let me forget these questions for when everyone else pops in. There. Speaking of which, we got my boy Nico.
Hey.
There he is. What's good, man?
I'm good. You know,
I don't know why I was expecting to see you with your Wrecker helmet on. I just felt like I thought that was just going to be appropriate, man. Like
you. Never too far.
Yeah, I expected him to show up like, all right, let's wreck some stuff. You know, like I was just expecting it.
So I can hear you guys.
Yeah. Oh, he's putting it on. Oh, look at that. That is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Look at that, man. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's fantastic, man. I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. Yeah, and by the way, anyone who asked me, like, hey, how come you don't have your helmet on during like streaming? You can't hear anything.
No.
I have to have headphones on, and it's hot, you're sweating. So trust me, I understand. But it's a beautiful helmet, dude. Where'd you get that?
My friend made it for me on TikTok.
Dude, that is boss.
High places.
It looks good on you. I like it, man. I like it. So we asked the first question, and we're just waiting on a couple other friends to join us. First question was really talking about Sid, and we're going to get more into the episode here in just a minute. And I'm trying not to miss other comments. Gumbell Gang says, hi, DadaLorian. Hi, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in. Question for you, Nico, is what is Sid's fate at the end of the Bad Batch? Like at the end of this all? Because when I watched this episode, it was kind of one of those things where, it was like you could almost see it going two different ways, at least when we think towards the future. So what do you think, what happens to this character at the end of this series?
All right, wrapping into my Clone Rebellion theory. The Bad Batch eventually do join the rebellion, and Omega stays with Sid because she's like the only person they trust at this point.
Oh wow! So you think Omega stay? Ooh! Oh, I could see that. Like, oh man, that would be crazy. Like Clone Force 99, they all get wiped out, and Sid and Omega.
I don't like to think about it too much. I just thought about how many episodes they have left. I almost cried.
Damn it, Xanatos, he's the one who made me think about this too. He was like, Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni is gonna like hurt us. Dave Filoni is gonna hurt us with something.
It's gonna hurt.
I definitely feel it. So that's crazy. I could definitely see that. Interesting. Now that you put that in my mind, I can't stop thinking about it. All right. So next question for you guys, and let me know if you guys see if Chris pops in. I think Erin may be joining us. She should be able to. If not, we'll catch her on the next stream. But I know Chris will message me when he's ready. Anyway, next question for you guys is overall, what were your overall thoughts of this episode? Like, what did you think about it? And Michael, we'll start with you, man.
Let's see. For me, I found the episode enjoyable. It wasn't the best episode. Not in my opinion. I did like the aspect of like with the bugs, because honestly, for me, it kind of gave me a vibe of Geonosians, even though I know they're not Geonosians. But it kind of gave me the vibe of those, as well as like those buggers in Halo. It kind of gave me those vibes of like you're getting swarmed into what they call the hive, and it's like at that point of where you could easily die, as they showed from those I guess you can call them cartel members. Yeah, as they were all just getting killed off easily by these things, and I'm like, these are a real threat. As long as you stay quiet, you'll be fine. Yeah, and that also gives a good vibe of a quiet place. So it's kind of a it's kind of at a point of where you could reference so many different genres of film in this one ideal of a horror and a thriller at the same. They go hand in hand, but you get what I mean. It kind of gives that nice tensity. But overall, though, to me, I think that might have been the best part to me. I did like on how they added. Was his name Roland? Is that his name?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
My first thought when I saw him though was maybe he was Vijago from Rebels.
Okay, I was gonna ask that. I was like, is this a guy? I'm pretty sure we've seen him in Rebels, but maybe I was wrong. So
I looked into it. His name was Vijago. You could easily change his name easily.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no telling. To me, I think that'd be a cool little Easter egg, but it's kind of one of those things where it can go either way, in my opinion.
And it's not too far fetched, because when you look at Dave Filoni, this is definitely his opportunity to, really do some early works with some of those, Rebels characters. You know what I mean? As we've seen, multiple times within this series,
Kanan,
we're getting those
Hera,
man. So I don't think that's a far-fetched idea, though. Yeah, man. Nico, what about you, man? What did you? What were your overall thoughts of the episode?
My overall thoughts of the episode were, honestly, this episode felt a little bit longer, but I know it probably wasn't.
It did.
It was just with like the weird tense moments.
Yeah.
I like this kind of manufactured tension. It's like it feels like a nice little break between stuff, and I'm scared because I was in the pre-Bad Batch podcast last night, and they had some interesting theories.
Is this the same one you and Xanatos are in?
Yeah, I see Xanatos.
Okay.
It's some fun, but yeah, overall it was a very nice episode. I like that we get to see that Omega is forming genuine connections with people. And the Bad Batch is like, we don't need to form connections with contacts. And so it's like, but I need your help. I'll blackmail you. But Omega's like, why do we want to blackmail our friends?
Right. She has been keeping their secret, so...
But what are friends for if you can't blackmail them? Like, what good?
Right. But it's kind of been one of those things from the beginning with Sid, where it's like she's keeping them around for as long as they're useful. Like that's been kind of the they've kind of grown to where they can tolerate each other. But again, it's business with her. As long as those guys are useful to her, hey, they'll be her friends. When they're not, hey, I'll take the next check. Kind of seems like that can be her attitude. But
I mean, it kind of is.
Man. Yeah. Anything else, Nico, that you had to share?
No, that was it.
That's it. Xanatos, what about you, man? You loved it too? What was your overall thoughts of the episode today?
I knew it was going to be somewhat of a filler episode, but it wasn't quite filler because they still set up like crime syndicate stuff. Yeah, and they gave me like a new helmet to want with those henchmen because those look really cool.
Oh yeah!
And I'm just like I'm seeing all of the merchandising opportunities that they could take, like with the Ruby, that little bird cat, whatever that was.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, absolutely. You're gonna get like Omega and Ruby, little pack that you could buy at Target or something. I definitely see that happening. So now this leads to my next question. And before I go into that, I do want to just give shout outs on TikTok. Someone says, "Oh, damn, you're black." Yes. All the time, man. What do pirates use to stay warm? Oh, God, this is leading into a dad joke, I'm sure. How much for Baby Yoda? He's not for sale. And the ocean is a soup. Okay, we're all caught up. So, here's my next question. I want to talk about the Pikes. So, my question, when watching this episode, you can definitely see that Sid, she was like, listen, guys, I know you feel like you could just shoot these guys down, but this is not a fight that you want to start. You don't know who these guys are. So, my question to you guys, how powerful are the Pikes? And Michael, maybe you can start off with that.
Don't forget, the Pikes are aligned with Maul at this point in time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Maybe
I forgot.
Like, remember during the Clone Wars part, like whenever Maul was trying to recruit people, the Pikes were one of the people who he blackmailed to be part of his crime syndicate.
Oh,
am I wrong? Am I wrong on that one? Because I know he blackmailed several, but I'm very certain he did it with the Pikes. If I'm wrong, please someone correct me.
No, I don't think. I mean, I wouldn't doubt that you're wrong. Why don't we look it up? I wouldn't doubt it. I trust your...
Because I know for a fact that especially after the conflict with him and Ahsoka, that a lot of stuff definitely staggered.
Chris is in the private chat.
But especially going off...
is he ready?
Especially going off like...
Wait, we're still not ready, but he's listening.
But especially going off like where...
Chris said he's correct.
But going off like where Solo took place and Maul was still in charge... It could be predicted that the Pikes are still under Maul's thumb, and that could be one of the biggest reasons why Sid is scared, because she might know of that, and even if she doesn't know that, the Pikes are already a well-known crime syndicate and being very, very powerful in their ways.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't doubt it. I'm just trying to remember Darth Maul and the Pikes. I'm just trying to find something that.
It's because I remember, because I'm very certain that he did, because during the Mandalore arc, because it was during the Mandalore arc, whenever he was blackmailing several different crime syndicates, including the Pikes, in order to all work for him. That way he would look even. That way he can make Death Watch look more heroic whenever they saved Mandalore.
He was talking to them on a hologram at one point when Ahsoka was going to blow up the facility. She overheard the conversation. So yeah,
that's right. So yeah,
I seen something in this article that touched on it. I'm like, I can't remember exactly where the hell it was.
Like for me,
but I don't think you're wrong. I think you're definitely right on that for sure.
But it's kind of like what we were discussing yesterday about Ahsoka, like on how, because I mean, I know it wasn't. Yeah, I talked to a lot of people about the Bad Batch.
Yeah,
like one person who I was talking with, they were saying how they do not want Ahsoka in this, and I feel like I'm the same way about Darth Maul right now, because I'm worried that if they keep throwing Darth Maul in every single chance they get, we're gonna get burnt out of him. And I'm worried.
No, agreed.
My only real concern about this with the Pikes is that's going to lead to Maul. And I'm hoping that the Pikes will just stay with the Pikes, not go as far as that. Because even in Solo, the Pikes actually eventually escalated to Maul. Because at the beginning of the Solo movie, it was Han Solo with the Pikes. And then at the end of it showed Kira talking to Maul. It still led to it.
Yep, and that gets into what the War of the Bounty Hunters, where we talked about that before in that recent comic book review, where it looks like Kira, she's kind of the leader of the Shadow Collective. And to touch more on what you were saying too, I found it in that article. So during the Clone Wars, the Pike Syndicate, led by Lum Pike, joined the Shadow Collective, a criminal alliance formed by Sith Lord Maul. The collective aimed to defeat Galactic Republic and Confederacy of Independent Systems by uniting the galaxy's criminal underworld. Under Maul's guidance, the Pikes, the Black Sun Cartel, and the Mandalorian exterminists of Death Watch launched a takeover of Mandalore, which resulted in a planet-wide civil war. When can only hear one half of the conversation? Oh yeah, because I'm live on YouTube as well, guys. So sorry. And to all the new folks coming in on TikTok, I'm live on YouTube. So if you want to join in on both chats, you're more than welcome to. We have other guests that are live there with me that are conversing, and we're all talking. So you're more than welcome to come on over. You have the best videos. Thank you. I appreciate that. Definitely come on over. I'm actually hanging out with friends from TikTok, so you guys will probably see some familiar faces. So definitely come on over and join the Star Wars TikTok on YouTube. Chris says still not ready. I'm making my toast. I'm making my toast right now. My Darth Vader toast. I'll be with y'all soon. All right. Did everybody share their response?
It was only me on that one.
Oh, okay. Xanatos, why don't you take it, man? Tell me, what are your thoughts about the Pikes, man? How powerful are these drug dealers? Because they are drug dealers, right? I mean, in technical terms, that's what they are.
They're running spice.
Right, they're running spice, man.
So
anyone here ever tried spice? What's that stuff like?
I see. Lemon pepper, salt.
Okay, literal terms. All right, I got you. Don't try sniffing it. Go ahead, Xanatos.
No. I've done that before. It burned.
I remember hearing about the Pikes in Solo, and I'm like, okay, who were the Pikes? And you never hear about them again. Then they're brought back in the Clone Wars. Like, okay, they're finally fleshing them out. That's cool. And it made me think of when you were talking about Darth Maul coming. I really don't think. I mean, I don't know. I don't see how they could have a Force user come in unless another Force user like Ahsoka comes in to balance that out, or someone like Maul comes in simply to just murder them all, and then that's the end of it.
Right. I mean, going off of that Solo, I mean, Darth Maul was the only Force user in that movie.
Yeah, but he didn't he was far off. He didn't do anything with the actual characters. He would have just murdered Han Solo right then and there. But what made me think of this too is Ahsoka could. Nobody would like this because I know nobody would like Ahsoka or any Force, but Ahsoka could technically come into this because there's a part in her book where they make vague mention of her going off doing like heroics on different planets.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she took a ship, she helped some people, and then she came back to the planet she started at.
Yeah.
So, like, it was the vaguest of mentions. So, like, they could fit that in there easily, but like, just for the sake of the show, I wouldn't mind it, but I know a majority of people would absolutely hate it, so I hope they don't do that.
And actually, I'm going off of that. I've heard that the Ahsoka. See, I've not read the Ahsoka book. I've been wanting to, but I've not had a chance to. But I've been hearing a lot lately that it's not completely canon accurate. Like there is small inaccuracies in it. Is that true?
Well, I haven't read it either. We're all like, well, I heard this.
Okay, I was about to say, Chris, answer it.
Yeah, Chris just said that is true.
He said that is true. Chris would be the man to answer that. I have heard in the fandom, like around the fandom, that there were certain things, because the book came first before Bad Batch. So I think there were certain things that they did in the Bad Batch that some fans didn't necessarily agree with in terms of, the canonical order of the story, particularly with Ahsoka and when you're talking about, season 7, of the Clone Wars. So that's what I've heard. I as well haven't read the book, but if Chris says it's true, it's gospel. So for sure. No, Chris knows his stuff. So I highly wouldn't doubt it. But and again, even it was the same kind of upset at first with Caleb, Kanan Jarrus when he was introduced. There were some people that had minor issues with how he was introduced, but again, I don't think it was. I didn't have a problem with it because I feel like you guys know when you read a book, for instance, really any book, but mainly like think of Harry Potter books, for instance. There is so much more detail that goes into a book that you can fit onto the screen, right? The book, you're going to be like, oh, they never talked about this. They never showed this. There's literally so much. You know what I mean? And I feel like what they did with, Kanan Jarrus, it was kind of like, here's the initial idea to kind of give you perspective of what happened, from his perspective of seeing the clones kind of go crazy and losing his master. Let's visualize that. Even though, maybe there were other details of how that played out, in the novelization of things. But again, for the broader audience who hasn't read the books, it's like, here, let's give you a little snippet of this is what happened. And in my perspective, I kind of feel like that's kind of what they did with Ahsoka. It's like, again, I haven't read the book, but I'm just saying, I know as a book reader, there's so much detail that goes into a book. And there's only so much time that you have, on screen for an episode or a movie. You can only do so much. So that's my thought for why, they tend to do that, specifically in the animation anyway. So
I mean, for books and for like visual media, as long as the changes aren't extremely drastic, I'm fine with it, because you have to translate it on screen somehow. But like my problem would be is if they change something like a event entirely, and then it contradicts the other media that people take time out to read because they're fascinated, they want to know more type of stuff.
Then if you're messing with the story, in a way where it changes the story and the ripple effects of that outcome, absolutely, I get that. But if it's just like, it's almost like the best way I can talk about it is like a camera angle. You know what I mean? It's like, you may get an angle this way, you may get one over here. If you're just getting a different angle, a different lens, a different perspective, of the same story, with minor little changes, then it's okay as long as the story is consistent and hasn't been changed or altered. I'm fine with it. So I get what you're saying, Xanatos. Nico, did you? I forget my questions. Hosting the damn live stream. I forget what the hell I'm asking you guys. I'm gonna drink. You say what you want, man. I'm just gonna drink.
It was thoughts on how powerful the pikes are.
All right, I believe the pikes. I don't know. I feel like there's not a lot of people in the Star Wars universe just like cutting limbs off and taking names. Just like it's like you're gonna remember this.
Horns in this case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you're gonna remember us.
Oh, somebody asked who am I talking to? I'm talking to Nico Skywalker, Xanatos 1138, and my boy Michael Malgus, and Star Wars lawyer. He's joining us. He should be coming.
Star Wars lawyer is here. He's like our resident.
Yeah, he's here.
Guide.
He's always present. So, but they're live on YouTube. We're all live face to face. Again, if you guys have questions and you want to see my face, you want to come and chat with us, you're more than welcome to join the live there as well. Otherwise, I mean, I'm bouncing back and forth. So if there is questions you guys want to talk about regarding, Star Wars, Mando, Bad Batch, today is a Bad Batch topic, so feel free to ask questions. But go ahead, Nico. Sorry.
All right, yeah. Also, you clearly can't trust snakes, so yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I want to see more of the Pikes. I'm very interested in, and what's funny, I didn't really care too much for the episodes with them in like the spice running episodes. You remember that in season 7? Those weren't particularly my favorite, but now I've grown to appreciate it more, and I want to kind of see more of them. So, anyway,
nice little spice on life.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly, man.
Also, did anybody else find it interesting on the fact that they brought in the 2 sisters and the Pikes into the Bad Batch after the episodes in season 7 with those 2 sisters working with the Pikes?
Yeah. I'm sure we'll probably see more of them too. I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, because I feel like that Dave Filoni's trying to incorporate a lot of season 7 into this because obviously this is where we got the Bad Batch, and now we've got part 2 of season 7 in it completely, where the sisters and the Pikes, and going off of what we were just saying with Maul, he was the 3rd part. Maul and Ahsoka, they were the last part, and honestly, that's what I'm starting to notice, that it's kind of a pattern.
Yeah. Yep. Someone else in the TikTok chat says, "I saw a rumor that Omega is Rey's mom." Stop lying. No, bro. No, chill.
Stay off Mike Zero page.
Right, yeah. That's that Mike Zero news, bro. No. Honestly, her parents were really just random people. Like, her dad was an escaped clone of Palpatine, and he just married like some random. Well, had a child with some random chick. Just lived a regular life. So her dad was a clone of Palpatine that escaped Exegol. He didn't want anything to do with, the whole darkness and of the Force and all that stuff. And he just had a kid with a regular girl, and that kid was Rey. So, but that girl is not Omega. God no.
No, that's worse than calling her Phasma. That's not accurate.
Yeah. There's a novelization of Phasma too.
Yeah,
I haven't read it, but you learn more of who Phasma is in that. So yeah. Omega's just our own thing. And here's another thing. I'm glad they brought that up, because I think we as fans tend to forget just how big the galaxy is. Even in The Mandalorian, it's kind of one of those things of like, I get this question a lot, particularly being a Mando guy. I don't know about you guys and some of the stuff you do on your page, but this is one of the questions I get a lot. It's like, where was, Din Djarin during, the events of the sequel trilogy? If he's such a cool character, how come he, wasn't mentioned in all this stuff in Grogu? And I'm like, we tend to forget how big the galaxy is. He might not give a shit. He might be just on Mandalore. Grogu's like, who's Rey Skywalker? I don't care about them. I'm out here doing my thing on Mandalore, on the other side of the Outer Rim. You know what I mean? And I think that's the cool thing about the galaxy, is that it's so big. Even though you may have one big crazy story that's going on over here, I mean, the galaxy's huge, man. That doesn't always affect everyone. Sometimes you may have a whole nother story going on somewhere else, just like in regular life. Like, we all got our own shit going on, and we're in different parts of the world, but we share this collective excitement about the fandom that we enjoy. That's the one thing that connects us all. You know what I mean? So I think that's what I think about when I think of, the connectedness. I'm like, the galaxy's just huge, man. It's huge. So anyway, I digress. I have to go right now, but I just wanted to say your cosplay is really cool, and keep it up. Thank you. And thanks for the follows, guys. I appreciate that.
Star Wars dude says he simps for Omega. I don't know how to feel.
I ignored that earlier. I was gonna ask, like, bro, how old are you though? If you're like child age, cool. If you're not, we're gonna have to have another conversation, bro. We're gonna have to have another conversation.
There's a scary side of the fandom that has been saying that, and it's not okay.
For real, bro. Like, come on. That's like people saying I simp for Grogu. Like, I will hurt you. What is wrong with you?
I don't know.
What's going on?
Jonah,
they're children.
Grogu. So,
Michael, is that you?
Hello. What?
I was.
I heard. Yeah, no, that's my phone notification.
Oh, I love it. Okay. I was like, where's Kenobi? What is going on? Am I supposed to say General Kenobi? I'm like, I'm supposed to have a bunch of lightsabers behind me. So
my phone notification used to be Han Solo saying I've got a bad feeling about this.
Oh, okay. That's badass. I like that.
And then I switched it to Obi-Wan Kenobi saying hello there because I figured
hello there.
It would be easier to have a shorter one. You know, it'd be easier to have a shorter notification as well as the fact of my phone's being nice and saying hello there. And I had to be courteous in replying with General Kenobi.
I don't know why I thought about this, but like that phone notification, like just having an awkward moment in an elevator and like that just goes off. You and one person, like that's beautiful. Those are beautiful moments in life. Don't ever forget it.
It's all the time.
Next question. What's my favorite video game? I've been playing a lot of the older Star Wars stuff, like Jedi Knight Academy. Right now, I've been playing Lego. I love the Lego games, man. I really love the Lego stuff.
Yeah.
So Jurassic World. The Jurassic World one's really cool because you get to play through all the movies. We used to have, I think it was on Wii U. We played the Indiana Jones. That was really fun because you got to play all the movies. And you know, Nico, you already know. Me and you, we're about to pre-order that Lego the Skywalker Saga. If it doesn't get freaking delayed again, we will definitely pre-order it. But it's on the list. So I love me some Lego stuff, man. And I'm a Nintendo guy, so that's pretty much what I play.
Yes, I do.
Next question for you guys. I gotta look it up. Let me share my.
Chris, he's ready, but still typing.
Chris says, "I'm ready. I'll still be typing this motion." All right. Oh, is he saying he's ready?
You know, the first part, I was sure, and then after reading the second part, now I'm not so sure.
He's like, "I'm ready, but I'm not ready." Chris, get in here. Here, I'll post. Bring me in. All right, I got you, bro. I got you.
Yes, Chris.
Here, I'm gonna share my screen. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so there was something. What was I looking up earlier? Star Wars Bad Batch. How many episodes? Blah 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 blah. Okay, so I know there's 16 episodes. Blah 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 blah. And I wanted to look at the titleization of. Okay, here we are. Can you guys see my screen? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. So, check this out, guys. Check this out. So, today's episode was episode 13, Infested. We literally only have.
Don't say it.
Wait, 3 episodes left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we got 14, 15, and 16. Wow. So the next episode is called War Mantle. It's a Star Wars story. And it wouldn't be Star Wars without a war. So did Chris pop in? Do I need to pop him in? Oh, there he is. Ah, there's the man of the hour. Hello, Gitsa. Hello there.
Hello,
welcome, my brother. Hey, good to see you, man, as always. Welcome to the stream. We have a lot to catch you up on and lots of questions to ask.
I've been listening.
So, Chris, we'll actually have you answer this first question. So, our next episode, today's was Infested. So, folks on TikTok, we're talking about the Bad Batch and what the hell is going on with my screen. There we go. We're talking about the Bad Batch. Today's episode was Infested, episode 13. Next week's episode on July 30th is War Mantle. What are predictions going into that episode? Purely based off of titleization and where we left off in this episode. Chris, take it away, my friend.
So I think this is where we're going to get the next iteration of a battle between Crosshair and his crew and the Bad Batch. Crosshair's crew and the Bad Batch. I like the alliteration there. I think if this is how it's going to be, I want to see if they say when the final 2 episodes they're going to be released back to back, or are they separate?
Separate.
I think.
Because one's on the 6th, the other one's on the 13th of August.
Yep.
So I think we'll see something similar to, let's say, like the beginning of The Last Jedi, where, you know, they'll have this little confrontation and then they'll escape, but not really. Yep. And that'll lead into the next episode where I believe, you know, we're gonna get closer to the Kamino Rebellion. All roads lead to Kamino.
Ooh, damn! I'm just like shivering thinking about it. Like, damn. Xanatos, man, take it away. Next episode is titled War Mantle. What does that mean to you? Does that shiver your bones like it does mine, man?
I just looked this up to confirm it, but War Mantle was also referenced in Rogue One when Jin was reading off the stuff.
That's true.
Oh, shit.
I saw DadaLorian's mouth moving, but like no sound coming out for a second.
Oh, really? Can you guys hear me still?
Yes. I just wasn't sure.
Okay.
But it was in Rogue One when Jin was listing off stuff, and I just looked it up. War Mantle is an initiative of the Galactic Empire enacted soon after its founding that sought to fill out the ranks of burgeoning Imperial army with conscripted human soldiers.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
So that's probably when the clone rebellion starts.
Wow. And they probably get wiped the frick out. Watch. Mark my word, man. It's going to be a massacre. It's going to be sad, but it's definitely going to happen.
Rex versus Cody.
Yes.
I the episode 1, and now
I definitely want to see that.
I'm
Hell
terrified.
yeah, that would be amazing.
I like this show too much.
Oh yeah. Who was speaking? That was Xanatos. Michael, what do you think, man? War Mantle. What are we gonna see?
For me, I have two thoughts, but one of them I highly doubt is going to happen. The one I doubt that's going to happen is that they're going to finally go into Echo's mind a bit more about this. Because with the War Mantle itself and everything going off of what Xanatos just said about it, I feel like they might try to go in a bit more into his head over what he corely believes with the clone army. Yeah. But something just tells me that, because as much as I hate to say it, they did Echo dirty in this show. They really did. Because he has had no character development. But I honestly agree, though. I think this is going to be where Crosshair is going to really fledge out. I feel like this is going to be that point where we're going to see Crosshair create the first Death Troopers.
Oh, shit.
I feel like this is where we're going to see Crosshair create them, because we're already seeing them being made. He's already jabbing into their mind over what they need to be. So just in an earlier episode, whenever one of his troopers said that he would not kill an innocent person, that is treason, and kills him right there, driving it in. And by this point, as much as with what we're already seeing, like in the previous episode with the rescue on Ryloth, whenever he had his troops arrest everybody on who stood up against them, that could have easily been a foreshadowing of what's going to happen in War Mantle, because with everything going on, the clones on who believe that they are in the wrong and do not think that the Empire is the best option are going to all be slowly taken down, while ones like Crosshair, we don't know if he's going to turn back or not. I doubt he will. Yeah, but I feel like with 2 episodes left, man, that brother's too far gone. I'm like,
that's what I was just sitting here.
It's too late for him now. I mean, if they can do it effectively, I'll welcome it. But
if they do it, I think this is how it happens. Like, if they do bring Crosshair back, to like realization of things, it'll be in the very last episode, where like he and like Hunter like take each other out, and then he finally gets his consciousness back, like before it happens or something. I don't know. I see it happening like the very last episode, but it's going to be in a sacrificial or battle type of moment. I don't know.
I could see it going one other way.
Yeah.
Remember the female? The female Kaminoan died, but you got to know that there's other Kaminoans who supported her cause as well. There had to be. Yeah. I'm assuming that one of them, or maybe even the leader of them, the one who wanted Omega and then have her killed, after taking her blood sample, he might even get sick of the Empire himself and might find a way to get Crosshair in there and then remove his chip.
Yeah.
And then by doing that, to try to have a fighting chance with the clones against the Empire.
I could definitely see that.
That might be a way of the clone rebellion that we were mentioning. That might be a way of doing it.
Lama Su is the female Kaminoan, right, Chris?
Yeah.
The other dude, I forget his name.
Nala Se.
It's like a guy who has a really good product fighting so hard to stay partnered with Walmart? Like, why? Like, when you could work at Target, man, or H&M, like, why are you trying so hard to be a part of Walmart? And in this case, the Empire would be Walmart. That's what I'm referencing. So, you know, when I think of the Kaminoans, I'm like, why are you still you know that the Empire is faulty and shaky. Why are you trying so hard to prove to them that, you know, you can still make better clones? You know what I mean? That part I really don't understand. I'm just like, if I were them, I would just be done and do their own thing and, you know, let bygones be bygones. But aside from that, I got one other question on TikTok. Someone asks, who's your favorite character in the Bad Batch? Shit, man, I gotta go with Wrecker. He's one of the most lovable characters. It's pretty obvious, but yeah, Nico knows what's up. What about you, Chris? Who's your favorite character in Bad Batch?
In the Bad Batch, I mean Wrecker, but also Omega. Like, how can you not like Omega?
You gotta love Omega. I still feel, and if we don't, I mean, I won't be thoroughly disappointed, but I feel like there's still something up with her, and I feel like that needs to be explored, like going into these next episodes with Omega. You know what I mean? Like, there's something up with her character that I feel like there's just something she can do that, you know, we just haven't really touched on quite yet fully, and I want to see that. Xanatos, what about you, man? Who's your favorite character in the Bad Batch?
Pretty much the same answer as Chris. Like, I love Wrecker, but Omega is just so wholesome and pure. It's always fun to watch.
Yeah. Chris and Xanatos, they said Wrecker and Omega. I agree with them. Michael, what about you, man? Who's your favorite character in the Bad Batch?
Overall, I'd give it to Echo. I think that his character arc overall is, to me, I love the fact of how he started all the way from Domino Squad, working his way all the way up to ARC Trooper, sacrificing himself at the Citadel. I think that's what.
Yeah.
And Citadel, and then presumed dead, and now he's back again, and he's sticking true to what he already believed, and he's still doing well. Even though I wish they gave him more character development, I'd give it to Echo. And I would say that, going off of what y'all were saying about Omega, I'd mostly put third, only after Tech, because I got a soft spot for Tech. I just feel like Tech is an underused character, and he's a lot better than what people give credit for.
Tech is badass. Now for Echo, I would have to say this. I feel like with this, even though it would be kind of nice to see more of his story moments, but if you think about it, this is just a perspective and a different lens. In Clone Wars Season 7, you know, when we got reintroduced to him, you know, he was out of place, you know, with the rest of the clones. He just, you know, he couldn't really be comfortable. He was kind of like on the outside looking in. And then when he met Clone Force 99, it was like, oh, he's right at home. He found his place. You know what I mean? So I think when you look at his character, I think it was kind of a thing of like, I mean, you could tell a little bit more if you want to introduce like other characters in his past, but I mean, it kind of solidified, you know, part of his journey where it was like, now he's found his place, you know, with Clone Force 99. They're the you know, Suicide Squad of Star Wars. This crazy, wacky bunch of characters, and, you know, he fits right into that. So I feel like part of the reason why they haven't done so much with Echo is because it's like, well, he found his place, you know, in Season 7. And could you still explore more with him? Absolutely. But I feel like that was kind of the main thing with him is, you know, he found his spot and kind of where he belongs. So, but I agree. It still would be nice to, I think, diving more into like people that have been involved in his past, you know, because he is an interesting character. It'd be cool to see a little bit more of him too. Nico, what about you, man? Who was your, do I even need to ask? Do I need to ask who's your favorite character in Star Wars The Bad Batch? Or is this like, is it obvious? It's obvious.
And Omega.
I'm the only off one here.
No, you're good. You know, it seems to be a common thing. A lot of people love Wrecker, Omega. Echo is dope too, though. You gotta love them all, man. You really gotta love them all. Yeah, for me, I said Wrecker, Wrecker's definitely one of my favorites for sure. Now, getting back on topic, guys, we have 2 episodes left. August 6th, we have episode 15 titled to be announced, and then August 13th is the last episode titled to be announced. Now, there's another thing that, I'm not going to get into theories of, what the episodes will be, what they're necessarily going to be about, because honestly, we just kind of have to go week by week to really figure it out. Some of you guys may be able to gauge that better, but what I want to do instead is ask the question, and we'll start with Chris on this. Does the Bad Batch need a season 2? Do you guys think we're going to get a season 2? And do you guys think it's enough time to wrap up the story that's been told thus far? Like, is it enough to wrap up everything and just end it in those next 2 episodes? Or do you think I think we're probably going to get a season 2? What are your thoughts, Chris?
I think we're going to get a season 2. And the reason why, and I was talking to Xanatos a little bit about this earlier, is that there are enough threads and storylines and characters that we've met that could easily come back outside of just, Rex and Hera and Chopper, who, we see, and Kanan that we know we see later. But, you think of like Roland and Fennec Shan and Cad Bane, Cad Bane doesn't like to leave a job unfinished, and Fennec is just going to be hanging around because, she's taking a liking to Omega, even despite, it just being a job.
Yeah.
And, because of Omega, Roland's life was spared. So, he could easily come back in some way, shape, or form. And obviously Sid's not done unless, she gets done in these next few episodes. So there are more plot lines for them to be able to continue. Obviously, you got 19 years with the Empire, or about 20. So there's a lot more story to tell. They could easily do a time jump. So I think we're going to get a season 2. I don't think it's going to wrap up in 3 episodes.
It would feel a little rushed. To me, if I'm going to be honest, I think it would feel a little rushed because, and we're going to get to you, Xanatos, too, but I wanted to touch on that, too, because I'm just like, I feel like there's so much, again, like you said, there's so many other little ways that the story could go and other characters they could bring back, to further the story. And then, honestly, even speaking about Omega, since we've been talking about her, I feel like we just haven't we've had good time with her, but I still feel like there's more to her. And I don't think it would be fair to just I don't think you could just do it all in 2 episodes. Could you if you're Dave Filoni? Absolutely. But I definitely sense a season 2. Xanatos, take it away, man. What do you think?
Yeah, with all that they've introduced, they could easily fill up half of a new season, at least.
Yep.
And I also want to see Sid survive, come to think of it, so she can be in Mando season 3 and call him Shiny or Chrome Dome or something.
Yes! But I would love that. Yes, please.
There's just so much I would hate if they somehow crammed it into the last few episodes. It doesn't seem possible.
Yeah. Yep. Agreed. Michael, what about you, man? What do you think? Are we getting a season 2 for the Bad Batch?
For me, this can go one of 2 ways. Either one, we will get a season 2 where we get a full-fledged out deal for everything. Or 2, the last episode will also be like an hour long where they'll try to sum everything up. Kind of like on how they started it being an hour long and the ending one being an hour long. I feel like it could be like that for a good finale in order to try to give a full in-depth view of everything, trying to wrap it all together. I agree it would feel a bit rushed, but with Dave Filoni, it might be done right. Yeah. I guess we just gotta wait and see on it. I personally, honestly, there's a part of me that kind of wants there to be season 2 because I want to see where this can all go. But at the same time, I could easily see this ending because since like with everything going on, like with what Rex was saying, with how many brothers that he lost, I could easily see the Bad Batch going back to Camino in order to sacrifice themselves in order to try to get characters like calling up Rex to try to help get like Wolf and ones like them out of there in order to try to help the rebellion.
And not only that, we also got, what was his name? Hauser? Yeah.
I could see them trying to break Hauser out too.
There's got to be more. Yeah, because I don't think you could do all of this in 2 episodes. You know what I mean? Because there's still more that I feel like you want that needs to be explored with his character, Omega. I want to see a little bit more of Rex. And then ultimately there's that question of what happens to the Bad Batch in the end of all of this. And Chris said something earlier too that I feel will probably be necessary if we get a season 2, which I feel like we definitely will. Like, I definitely see the last episode being like, at the end, the Bad Batch will return. You know how they do those shows. So I definitely see that happening. But I feel like if we do get a season 2, I think there needs to be a time jump. I don't know how far into that, but seeing Omega a little bit older, a little more skilled, I don't know. I feel like a time jump would definitely be necessary. Nico, what about you, man? Oh yeah, sorry, Michael. Go ahead.
I'm doing this. I'm doing this like for Nico himself. You forgot to ask him about War Mantle.
Oh yeah, sorry, Nico. My bad, dude. I got 2 questions for you then, Nico. 2 questions, my friend. War Mantle. That's the next episode. So, what are your thoughts on that? Like going into that episode, and then the last question, kind of thinking about season 2 of the Bad Batch. Are we going to get that? Oh, damn it. I can't hear him.
No.
Nico.
Hello. Can you?
Oh, there you are. There we go.
I would love for War Mantle to be like a clone versus Stormtrooper battle. I would love that so much. And it's just like the only reason the Stormtroopers win is out of the sheer numbers left of clones. And like, of course, Empire Fire. But it would also make sense to wrap up what Rex has been doing in his away time during the show.
Yeah.
And I hope it's the Clone Rebellion, because if it is, I'll feel so happy.
I would be happy with that. But now, what do you think? We're going to get a season 2 of the Bad Batch?
For most of this season, I've been so sure that we wouldn't, and it'd be like a one and done. But we've gotten to the point where it's like, but there are so many good storylines they could do.
Yeah.
I feel like I like the world, the way this show presents Star Wars to me a little bit more than I initially did. I thought it was just going to be like, these guys on the run from random people, and it kind of is, but they're also still bounty hunters, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. Yep.
I think if they do a season 2, it'll give a lot more room to expand the Star Wars universe, and I always love that. So hopefully.
I hope we do, man. I think we're gonna get a season 2. That last episode, mark my words, at the end of the credits, you'll see the Bad Batch will return. Someone says, "This is my first time hearing your normal voice. Do I sound like a little girl or something?" Someone did say my voice was like, "Wow, your voice is surprisingly high." It's like, thanks, man. Is Omega a clone with Jedi powers? I don't think so. I mean, she's definitely she is obviously a clone, of Jango Fett. And Chris, how do I describe that correctly? Like, Boba Fett is the alpha, and Omega is Omega. So how do you describe that correctly with them?
So we don't know. So we know Boba was the first unchanged clone, unaltered clone from Jango Fett's DNA. So just straight up clone. No, no chips, no age acceleration, nothing of that nature. And Omega is the last one. What we don't know is, were there any in between?
Gotcha. Yeah. Interesting.
Hello there.
So, and to repeat what Chris was saying to answer your question, we know that Boba Fett was, the first unaltered, clone, of Jango Fett, and Omega was the last, but his comment too was like, we don't know if there was kind of any in between. But again, go ahead, Michael.
I actually have a thought for that. If they're trying to kill Omega now, I'm pretty sure by this point they would all be dead.
Yeah.
If there were any in between, as dark as that sounds, I'm pretty sure they would be dead, because why else would they be trying to get the last one and just kill her off?
Well, what I mean by that is we don't know if they tried to do it and failed. So Omega, like they were trying to do more so they could have that DNA supply keep going because Django, you know, died, Boba left, but they may have been unsuccessful. So then they were able to do it with Omega, and then you always have to ask the question: is Omega unaltered? Because, and you know, like there's like, is she a girl? Like because she says she's a girl, or did the DNA, like, you know, they're like, hey, pop out another Django, and out came Omega.
Yeah. Interesting, man. There's still some. I feel like we definitely need a season 2.
Oh yeah.
For so many reasons, because there's going to be a lot of questions, and I just don't think you can wrap it up in like 2 episodes. I feel like we're definitely going to need a season 2. Now, 501st Legion says Infested was a stupid filler episode. In parts, was kind of filler, but I'm glad you mentioned that because I wanted to talk about and just leave everyone with this thought of the theme of today's episode. And I think the point that was driven home with the whole theme of the episode was very clear: is who deserves to be helped? Those who are good or those who are bad. Like, and I thought that was such a beautiful moment and teachable lesson to viewers and to the fans, where it's kind of one of those things. Hunter, he asked, Omega was like, why did you want to help that guy? The dude with the horns, I forget his name.
Roland.
Yeah, Roland. Hunter was like, why did you help him? And she's like, there still seems to be, some good in him. She's like, hey, if the pet, the alien dog likes him, there must be some good in the guy, and I think that was a good lesson, is that even those, who might not be as tasteful, or those who, may not be your friend or an enemy, whatever, if somebody needs help, you should help them, because that's the right thing to do. And I think that was a good message and point that was driven home with the episode. Was it a little bit filler? I mean, any animation, you're always going to have a couple filler episodes, and it's bound to be expected, and you just got to go for the ride, man. But overall, with that being said, with our conversation today, it's kind of one of those things I personally feel like, and I feel like me and my friends here, we're like, I think I don't think you could wrap up this entire thing in 2 episodes. I just don't think that I feel like they're going to have to do a season 2 with so many questions and ways that the story could go. So with that, do you guys have any other thoughts before we close out?
Well, one thing, when we're referring to War Mantle, what it made me think of is Maul Set was saying something to Savage in season 5 of the Clone Wars when he was trying to draw out the Jedi, when he was trying to draw out Kenobi, and he was saying there's one thing that they'll always take notice of: the slaughter of innocents. So what will draw the Bad Batch out? Like, what can Crosshair do to draw the Bad Batch out? And maybe he can't draw them out, but maybe he can do something to draw out Omega, and that's what will bring the Bad Batch in. So maybe he will go to Kamino and just be like, pop, 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 pop.
Damn.
Pop.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, out of that,
or they still love their clone brothers.
Or you could use Sid for that. I mean, easily Crosshair. If Crosshair can find out where they are and kill Sid, and then leaves a trail back to Kamino, that's another way of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I feel like a lot of us have been saying that it all ends on Kamino. I've been hearing that quite a bit. So I wouldn't doubt it. I'm gonna like scream and jump out of my seat if that's the case. I mean, like, damn, you guys are like freaking psychic. But since for a while, a lot of our streams, a lot of us have been saying that, like, it'll a lot of the prediction is that the last battle will take place on Kamino, and I could definitely see that happening. But at the same time, I don't know if that's gonna happen in this season. So I guess we'll just have to see what happens. We got 3 episodes left, guys. That's crazy. 3 episodes left, but it's been an enjoyable ride, and not only that. A couple other things I wanted to talk about before we end today. August 25th, we also have the Mandalorian Gallery. So we have that episode coming out, which we'll be talking about, the Luke Skywalker episode, as many of us had questions about that. So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Episode.
I know, dude. I'm like, we had so many questions months ago, but now it's finally here. So let me know if you guys want to do a watch party or if we should just do a stream talking about it. I think what we're gonna do, because I haven't gotten any response about a watch party, but I think since this group here, since we always talk about the Disney Plus stuff, that's what it should be. So whenever it comes out, why don't we all just bank on doing that? Like that's literally our thing in our group. So any Star Wars Disney Plus stuff, we'll just talk about it. So we'll do a stream. We'll do a stream and do that. And then Star Wars Visions, that comes out in September. So we got a lot of things to be looking forward to, man. So it's just a great time to be a Star Wars fan. It really is. Other than that, let's go down the list where everybody can find you. Chris, where can actually, you know what, man? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this, man. I'm gonna go to the freaking TikTok and I'm gonna type in people's freaking names and I'm gonna have people freaking follow you guys, because why not, man? Why not?
I will admit though, I will start trying to actually post on TikTok once I actually get my Echo cosplay together.
Yes. Yeah, man. Here, I got the boy Chris. Can you guys see my screen? Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
So this is the boy Chris, Star Wars lawyer. I'm gonna post.
I'm gonna go ahead and follow that.
Yeah, please do.
Over right here.
All
you guys are really cool. I want to follow you guys.
Hell yeah, man. They are cool. They're pretty. Or else I wouldn't be inviting them every week. If I thought they sucked, I'd be like, get out of here. You're doing it in my stream. Now, you guys really have become really cool friends, man, and I can't wait to just do more stuff. And this group has grown so much, so I love it. I'm gonna post his link in the chat. There it is. So follow. Oh, and also Chris has got a Discord. His Discord is so much better than mine. I'm terrible at Discord, man. So honestly,
if it wasn't for Jazz, my Discord would not be what it is. She's a wizard.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I'll probably need to just come hang out on yours and learn, which is probably what I'm going to do. I have one, so eventually I'll start. I'm like trying to do something in evenings to do that. So yeah, anyway, follow Chris. Let me get to my boy Xanatos. There he is.
I just learned how to hide spoilers on Discord today, so what?
Yes.
Oh, really? I had the girl Erica. She was helping me out a little bit. She even did a whole video tutorial showing me how to do everything on there. I'm terrible at Discord, man. And there's Xanatos. I posted his in the link as well, so you guys can check him out. I'm going down the line. Let me go to my boy Nico. There's Nico Skywalker. So here's Nico's. Nico does some cool stuff. He's literally like the lightsaber dude, man. He
Saber
really
Supreme is what I call him.
Saber. Oh, I love that.
That
Saber
nickname is
Supreme.
sticking for some reason. Oh my god! I keep getting DM'd called Master. I had to screenshot when I sent it to my girlfriend. I was like, I promise, I didn't tell these people to call me this.
Michael, what's your name on TikTok, dude?
Malgus111.
Malgus 1. See if I can find you.
There it is.
Oh, there he is. Durr. And there's my boy Michael. I'm not following you. Now I am. There we go.
Oh, thank you.
I got you, bro. And I'm gonna copy your link, post it here in the chat. So yeah, if you guys want to hang out with some of my friends from TikTok, I just posted all their links in the chat. And again, anytime we do streams, usually, we always have a tabletop conversation, but you guys are more than welcome to ask them questions too. If you can't catch them on TikTok for some reason, and you're like, man, I really always wanted to talk to Nico, always wanted to ask, Xanatos or Star Wars lawyer Michael a question, whatever. Feel free to do that here, and you guys can, this can be a space where you can ask them questions as well, and I think they're definitely fine with that. So don't shy away from it. So anyway, that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and end here on TikTok. You guys have been amazing. One of these days, I'm gonna figure out how to I wish I could connect TikTok to the YouTube stream. I think that would be so amazing, where you guys could hear everything. So that would be really fun. One can dream. Hi, it's anonymous again. Hi. Your TikToks are funny. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'm gonna go ahead and end here on TikTok. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you for another stream. Bye, guys. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same here on the YouTube. Any last thoughts from you, gentlemen?
No.
I personally think this has been a really great series for the Bad Batch. I feel like there's a lot of potential for it to grow. Yeah. I'm just really hoping that they don't try to rush it at the end, because I've seen so many shows crumble because of that.
Mm-hmm.
But with Dave Filoni being behind this, I'm sure that everything will be fine.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
For me, I honestly feel like at least one member of the Bad Batch is going to die. At least
I think they're all going to die.
I know they're all going to die.
It's going to be Echo. No!
It's going to be Echo.
I feel like
the last domino must fall.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I hate to say it, I feel like if there is going to be a character that's going to die this season, like if there is going to be a season 2, I feel like the one who would die would be Echo.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're all going to die except for Omega. And who else said it earlier? Was that you, Nico? That was like,
she just gets left with Sid.
She'll be with Sid. Yeah. But when you said that, I was like, oh shit, I can actually really see that happening.
Yeah, that
so. Yeah, man.
It's just like if there's a season 2, I feel like for season 1, Echo's gonna die. As much as I hate to say, he's my favorite guy.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him go, but if anyone's gonna go, I could only see him going.
I've been saying Tekka's gonna die for like 14 weeks.
he's too smart. He's too smart.
I mean, honestly, I could see Wrecker going down while trying to save Omega.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I'm telling you, they're all gonna die, guys. They're all gonna die.
You remember, like at the very beginning, whenever Crosshair shot Wrecker while he was trying to help save Omega, I can easily see that coming back around. But this time, Crosshair gets the shot.
I could something crazy is gonna happen. Oh, and the last thought, really quick, guys. For those that I did message you about taking over my TikTok, I will send a more elaborate message here soon, because our move-in date for the house is August 18th. So if I already hit you up about that, don't worry, I haven't forgotten. It's just once it gets closer, I'll send more of an elaborate, like, hey, this is the details. But I mean, whatever content that you guys want to make, obviously Star Wars related. Just send it, to me, and I'll post it on the page come August 18th. And I'm thinking it could be probably like a week, man, that I'll need you guys' help doing that. That would help out a lot. So if I sent you a message, I'll be hitting you up soon about more details on that. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Bye, guys, and may the force be with you.